Okay, we are ready to start. Manesh, are you ready? I can see your video.
Yeah, yes, Dr. Swati, I'm ready.
Okay, so first of all, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you everyone for joining on time. And it's of course a very interesting topic, and every one of us are quite interested in doing art of storytelling because it is one of the very it's the best methodology which all trainers use and engage the participants, and we use it in various contexts actually in the training. Manesh is here. Manesh is uh, Manesh Jyoti Mitra is his full name, and he is a certified access consciousness bar practitioner. He is a master trainer, and he do many train the trainer programs, and he is a diploma holder in NLP, and he is an NLP professional with an overall work experience of 7 years. He had been majorly a part of the e-commerce industry, and his core area of interest lies in leadership and communication, basically in communication trainings, and he's extremely passionate about storytelling, and he's extremely focused with regards to the learning on continuous basis and transforming individuals by means of facilitation, coaching, and mentoring. So as he mentioned that extremely passionate about storytelling, that's why we thought of doing the art of storytelling with Manish, because he can give uh, a very bright input to all of us in storytelling, and I hope that after this session we all can easily use the storytelling as one of the methodology in all of our training. So over to you, Manish. You can start. You can just give brief intro if I have missed something in your introduction, and you can start your session.
Yeah. First of all, thank you so much, Dr. Swati, for the wonderful introduction, and very good afternoon to one and all who are present here for today's session. So the session is with regard to art of storytelling. Okay, so I don't think that Dr. Swati has left out anything which I need to introduce. I mean, which I need to add on. I think she has said everything correctly, and that's it. That's all about me. So I have nothing much to speak about myself. And at the same time, yes, the very concept of like storytelling is Dr. Swati has mentioned that I'm very passionate about it, and yeah, that's true, because in all of my sessions, and every sessions that I conduct, I ensure that I tell some stories to engage the participants. So let's learn today how exactly we can incorporate this storytelling, and what are the traits that are necessary or required for a trainer to ensure they deliver effective sessions by means of storytelling techniques. So all of us are well equipped with training methodologies. So we use different methodologies, but let's see now how this methodology is going to actually help and build in more connect, at the same time engage audiences a lot. So I'm just planning to share my screens. Dr. Swati, can I present my screen now?
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Dr. Swati.
Manish, at the same time, I'll also request, if possible for you, to keep your chat box open, or you can check it in between. Mostly, if there is anyone who has a question, I always, speak in between. But sometimes, I don't find it good, because if you are in flow and I speak in between, so it's better if you can keep your chat box open. It will help you to, answer the queries. Otherwise, if there is any raised hand, I can see, I will definitely, inform you that someone has raised hand to ask them.
Sure.
And
Thank you so much.
I'm also making you the co-host, so you can also check that.
Sure. Thank you so much. Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So let's start. I hope folks all are ready today to understand and learn a new topic on storytelling. I think it's not a new topic, I would say. It's a very widely used topic in the L&D industry now. So let's understand the art of storytelling today. Okay. So, what is storytelling? Before I could just actually proceed, I just wanted to check on what do you understand by the term storytelling? What is storytelling? Anyone can speak probably. I think that is fine. Anyone can unmute yourself and just share your thoughts and inputs in terms of what you understand by the term storytelling.
Hi, everyone. It's Aman calling from Calcutta.
Hi, Aman.
Yeah, so basically, storytelling, what I understand that, storytelling is like anything, it doesn't requires any topic, right? Even if you're like, if you're in a training session, or if you are gelling up with your family, or even you're with your friends, I believe that storytelling is probably a thing which can, which can hold up a group together, whether you are sitting with a family or a friend or a group of participants who are there to attend your training. I believe that if you inculcate this art of storytelling, I believe it engages the audience to the core. And storytelling is can be based on your life experience of what you have done, or what have inspired you. You can share some other stories, or you can like take anything from anywhere, and you can share a story which can motivate and inspire people. So that is what I understand by storytelling.
Yeah, that's a great input, Aman. Thank you so much. Yes, Namrata. Namrata has raised hand. Namrata, would you like to share something about storytelling? Yes.
Thank you so much, Manish. I guess storytelling
Welcome.
is more of a narration skills. Everything that is happening around us converts into a story after some point of time. So how we narrate what has happened is what is storytelling all about.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Namrata.
Thank you so much for letting me speak. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, Anshu, yes, you can please go ahead and speak.
Yeah, hi, Manish.
Anshu. Yeah, hi, Anshu.
Hello. So, in my mind, see, stories create emotions and memories, right?
Yes.
And these two are very, key, or these are the important factors that we need to keep in mind. Now, how many of us really remember any of the laws, or any of the theorems that we have studied in our 10th or 12th, right? It's very different. But I think we all do remember the stories that we have heard in our childhood times, right? So that's the power of story. It creates the retention ability. And also when there's a time to really produce that, you'll be able to clearly articulate your thought process, and at the same time make that impression on the other person's mind, so that the retention stays on for a long time. So that's storytelling, and that's the power of storytelling.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Anshu, for the wonderful input. Anyone else would like to share anything?
Yeah, this is Deepak here from Pune. I feel that storytelling is it's like a presentation. It's a part of the presentation. The way you present is what storytelling is.
Fine. Thank you so much, Deepak. Thank you.
Yes. Ravi here.
Yeah, hi Ravi. Hi Ravi.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, storytelling is an art where the trainers connect the topic which they are delivering to the audience with some of the life stories or the current scenarios, or taking it from myth and converting the myth into the materialistic life and connecting them and narrating it in such a way that how it could be to the topic, related to the topic, and making audience to understand the day's topic very well, because stories are understood easily than like a teaching effect where textbook teaching would not be there. That's what I mean. So.
Okay, thank you so much, Ravi. I think we have also, Ishpreet Kaur. Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon. According to me, storytelling would be arranging of any information in the form of a sequence, whether it is fictional, non-fictional, any facts or figures, in order to convey the idea that we have to the audience. So it can be any sequential arrangement of any data, whether it is a fact, a figure, or any fictional character that we want to inculcate in the story. So that's what storytelling is, according to me.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think I can see a lot of chats also in the chat box. Whatever you suggest, whatever all of you have, the things that you've updated, you have put across, like we have all grown up listening to stories, and it's all about exploring the imaginative skills. Yes, that's all true. So story is all about like, understanding and capturing all these things, or what is it, curating all these data and crunching this data and then, delivering it to the audience. Okay. So let's proceed now further with this. Thank you so much everyone for your inputs. I'll proceed to with the presentation now. So before I could start, we should have ground rules, right? I think that's the very important essence of any training sessions to happen. Either it might be an offline training or an online training. So ground rules are a must, right? So obviously, I think Dr. Swati has already informed about the ground rules of using the virtual training sessions of the netiquette, basically the netiquette ground rules, whatever it is. But here I have a separate or different ground rules here for all of you. So let's see what is the ground rule all about here. So here, let's follow the concept of lie here in this particular session. So probably you all might be wondering what kind of lie is going to happen here. So are we all going to lie? So it's not that. So lie has a different meaning altogether. So let's see what lie is in terms of ground rule. Where L stands for learn avidly. I stands for involving. And E stands for enjoy concurrently. So I think today's topic, storytelling, holds really good for the lie concept here, because we all can learn, we all can involve ourselves, and at the same time enjoy a lot, since the topic itself is so happening and fascinating, right? Yeah. So this is the agenda of today's session. So can anyone read it out, please? The agenda. I want any of the participants to read out the agenda. Any one participant. Yeah, Manjunath, CM Manjunath has raised.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is CM Manjunath. I'm from Bangalore.
Hi, Manjunath. Hi, Manjunath.
Very nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you
so the agenda
much.
is, since it's all about storytelling, hence let's dig down the rabbit hole and explore the wonders.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Manjunath, for reading out this. So the agenda is like, since it's all about storytelling, I think it is a topic which which is very vast, and it requires a lot of skills to explore, right? And the more you explore, the more you get a lot of ideas. I mean, there is no specific condition to a storytelling. So there is no specificity that no, this particular thing it has to be with regard to storytelling. There's nothing like that. So it's all about exploring yourself. The more you explore, that's the reason the title of the session itself is the art of storytelling. So it's an art. So there is no specific data related to it, nothing. So it's an art. It's your will, it's your wish. There is no science involved in it. So however you want to curate it to your audience, you can do that. But ultimately, you should remember one thing, that whatever you are serving or whatever you are trying to convey to the audiences, that should create an impact. So creating impact is very important. And I think storytelling is one of the methodologies which really creates a high impact amongst the participants. Fine. So I think let's proceed with the, let's proceed with the presentation. So what is a story? So what do you mean by the term story? Can anyone please share your inputs in terms of this? Yes, CM Manjunath sir, you have raised your hand. Yeah.
Thank you. So story, according to me, has three parts. Okay. One we call the opening. Usually there is a context, a little bit of premise about what the background is. Then the second part of the story usually is a problem where maybe a character is facing certain challenges. And the third part is usually the resolution, how that character overcomes that solution. We can call that the protagonist overcoming a challenge. That's how I see the story. Three parts: opening, problem, resolution.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Manjunath sir. Anybody else would like to share their inputs in terms of what is a story according to you?
Yeah, so basically, hi, this is Aman. again.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
so
yeah.
To put in a very simple language, a story is something like it's a kind of a tale, an art of reiterating of what has happened in the past, and we are recalling it, right? Like a story is like maybe it can be real or imaginary, like it can be anything. It can be of a real life experience. It can be taken from a fictitious book or something like that. But I guess that a story is something. It is a kind of a tale which we reiterate from the past and which has already happened. So to create an atmosphere for a learning, like if we are telling a story, so there should be a learning behind it. Like when our grandma used to tell us stories, so there was a small learning hidden like at the end of the story, which she used to ask us. So that is the only like thing which is coming to my head, like a story.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Aman, for your valuable inputs. Yes, I can see a lot of hands raised and also a lot of chats. Priya Lala says it's the moral. Deepak Mandala says moral of the story. Yes. Jagadish Kumar says it's an imagination presentation. Irene Gonzalez says imaginary or real events connected to the topic for what it is used to convey. Yes, very, very correct. I think two participants had raised their hands. Can you please proceed? Those who have raised their hands, please. Can you please proceed with your thoughts?
Hi,
Yeah.
good afternoon. Okay,
Yeah,
we continue.
Yeah, good afternoon.
So you please continue. I think you started speaking first.
Okay, thank you so much. Hi, good afternoon. Hussain this side.
Hi, Hussein. Hi.
According to me, a story is a situation involving characters who have experienced or who would experience according to their thoughts, destiny, and their work done in a particular event.
Correct.
And totally, it is an amalgamation of a human or any character's experience.
Wonderful. Great. Yeah, that's very right. So what you suggested is very right. Okay, thank you so much for your valuable input, sir.
Thank you.
Vishal Mistry says there is no particular definition of story. Yes, Vishal, you are, sorry, it's not Vishal, it's Viral Mistry, my bad. So Viral Mistry says that there is no particular definition of story. And yes, there is no particular definition of story, that's correct. Because story can be anything. As I already said, it's an art. It doesn't dissipates that you have to say something, it should be in this particular protocol, nothing like it. So it can be anything. It can be based out on your imagination. It can be based out on a real-time situation that you might have come across. It can be anything for that matter. So it's not needed or necessarily to be to have a structure. There is no necessity to have a structure or to have a particular format to just present a story. I think that's correct. Yeah, I think somebody again raised a hand. I think Namita raised a hand.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, it's me.
Yeah.
So I've been a literature student, and what we have read about is like a story. It always have 5 basic elements, like characters, setting, the plot, conflict, and the resolution. And the reader follows through them, and he is able to relate to the story, how it develops. And at times he will feel connected. A feeling of catharsis may come in at times. So there are a number of emotions that the reader feels while connecting to the story. So I feel every story has these 5 basic elements, be it for a kindergarten or be it we read novels or anything, fictions and all. But these 5 basic elements are there always in the story.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yes, I think, Ayan also has to say something. So a story is a sequence of situations in which a set of characters proceed from point A to point B with a set of plots and subplots, a beginning, a climax, and an ending. Yes, that's very true, Ayan. Stories could be set in the past, the present, or future. Thank you so much. Yeah, from Trainers Club, I think Dr. Swati has messaged. So she says there are conventional and unconventional styles. Yes, that's very true. So there are conventional and unconventional styles. And it can be anything. The whole point is what suits you, you should go with that. What makes you feel happy, or what through which the particular methodology through which so you have to choose yourself, like what you are comfortable in which, are you comfortable in conventional style of storytelling or unconventional style, or you want to you are a fictitious storyteller, or you want to bring into a real life, bring something out of a real life situation. So that's completely it's completely in your hands what you want to take it up. So the ultimate purpose should meet or serve, wherein you have to ensure that it is creating the right kind of what is the impact in the mindset of the audiences. So let's just see what is a story here. The definition of story. Okay, can somebody read this please again? I think almost most of the points we have discussed, but I want someone to read it out, please. Yes, I think Manjula.
Sure, Saurabh this side.
Yeah, Saurabh, yeah.
So can I read it?
Yeah, you can read it.
So it is a tale or narrative which is either true or fictitious, and it is designed to create interest and amusement among the readers or hearers.
Yes, thank you so much, Saurabh. So I think here we have made it very clear that it creates some sort of interest and amusement. So what is the meaning of amusement? Amusement is like we feel kind of a joy, right? When something good happens to us, we are very much joyful. So we say that, wow, this particular thing has happened to us and I'm very thankful, I'm very happy today. So storytelling actually helps to create amusements amongst the readers or hearers, and also it creates a lot of interest. That's what I've been saying, right? So interest creation is very important. Okay, so your story should be, your story should be curated in such a way so that it attracts the audiences and it creates an impact. It creates interest in the mindset of the participants. It's only then your storytelling is going to be effective. Yeah. Yeah, entertaining engages. Yes, so Irene Gonzalez has said that. Thank you so much, Irene. Yes, it all engages. Yeah, Anshu, yes, you have raised your hand. You would like to add something?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. So, completely resonate with whatever has been spoken until now. And as someone rightly pointed it out, that there's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end to a story, right? So I think in the beginning space, it's all about, painting a picture of the realities of the audience's current world, right? That's the beginning. So you set the plot there, okay?
Yeah.
And then the turning point could be, okay, what is the current situation and what could be the situation? So that is something which we call it as the call to adventure, wherein, you create that imbalance, by stating what could be as opposed to what is, okay? Once you are able to make the audience feel that balance or that imbalance rather, the next step would be, okay, how do you now call them to action? Which is nothing but presenting those contrasting content, altering between what is and what could be, and then you articulate the finish line that the audience has to cross, and that's particularly the call to action. Once you traverse on that journey, and once you reach to the desired point, which is a point B, that's a storyline. And that's how we could be able to create more impact with the listeners or with the audience. So
exactly.
That's my part.
Yes, thank you so much, Anshu, for sharing your valuable insights and inputs. Yeah. So let's go to the next. Yeah. So there's a small activity now for all of you. So stories help in building a connect with the audience. So I think, yeah, we have discussed so many things. I think the initial stage itself, we understood about it. So there's a small activity. I just want you to rate. So there is a small star kind of rating here. So what you are supposed to do is you have to visit this particular link, which is known as Slido. It's SLIDO. So you can just click on visit this particular link, that is https www.sli.do. Okay, and once you go to that particular page, you will be getting an event code here. So the event code is mentioned over here. You have to enter the event code and click on join an existing event. Then you have to share your ratings in terms of how do you rate. So the rating is of 5 stars. Now it's up to you, like if you how much star would you like to give in terms of in terms of understanding or adhering to the statement which says stories help in building a connect with the audience. Okay, so I think let's start with the activity. So I'm going to go to the event link now. So I think in the meantime, you can, all of you, you can just start visiting this particular, visit the Slido website and put on the code.
What we have to do now, Manesh, it's open in my phone.
Yeah, you have to do it now itself. Yeah.
Okay.
When we go to that slide, it says type in your question.
Yeah, just a moment. So what can you see? So stories help in building connection with the audience. Yeah, so I'm just activating the poll now. Yeah, can you see now? Do you see something?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can just give the rating. Yeah, you can just give the rating according to you. I'll publish it. Once you're done, just let me know so that I can publish and we will see that how many of you agree to this statement. Okay. So the maximum number of stars are 5 and minimum is 1.
Yeah,
so you can
done
choose.
it. I have done it.
You have done it? Okay, thank you so much.
Done, Manesh.
Done? Okay.
Done, sir.
Done. Thank you so much. Okay, let me see. So am I good to present this? Shall I present the screen now to just check the results?
Yeah, so there are 17 people who have polled.
17 people. All the 17 people have done?
So we have 49 here, but then out of that 18, it is now 18. I think
people are doing still. I think we may wait for 2 more minutes.
Yeah, we can wait for 2 more minutes. Not an issue.
Swati, 49 minus 1 votes. Manesh will not vote.
Thank you so much.
This is a mystery. What are we? This is mysterious. The suspense is waiting.
He has started already creating the stories.
Very true.
We have to start the delivery from tomorrow itself.
Yeah. We will start.
And it's really gonna be fun, like if we start it. Yeah, I think we can see you can see my screen, all of you. You can see that, yeah, the poll is increasing.
No, it is 24.
33% have given follow.
Have you shared on screen? We cannot see. We can only see the last page.
I have shared it, Swati.
No, you have to unshare this screen and then share that.
Okay.
You have to close this screen and then share that screen.
Can you see it now?
No. We are in that.
Okay, I have just, I'll again share it. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I think you can see it is like growing. I think 60%. Yeah, my God, nice. 60%. Majority of the audience says 5. Oh, somebody is like, oh, wow. It's like going down. Can you see the magic, guys?
Yeah.
65 has come to this, like who agree on this. Stories help in building a connect with the audience. 8% is in 3. Nobody is in 2 and 1. Thankfully, I'm so happy. I'm glad. Okay, 26 members have done. I think we can just stop this activity here itself.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing your valuable inputs. I'll go back to the presentation now.
Manesh, I have one observation here. If you total the percentage of voting, it is not coming to 100.
I think most of the people have not done it, right?
But whoever have done it, it should come to 100, right?
No, it is 100 now. 7% 3, 26% 4, and 67% is 5.
It is 100, I believe.
Exactly 100. 26 plus 7, 33 plus 67 is equal to 100.
65.
67%.
It just, yeah, somebody.
I think.
Yeah.
67% is rating 5. Rating 4 is 26% and rating 3 is 7%. That constitutes 100.
Okay, thank you so much, Ravi sir, for clarifying this. Yeah. So I think
because I'm doing it on a mobile. That's
okay.
Still there.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. So I think this particular activity. So what is the learning out of this activity? So we have agreed upon this. So what is the meaning of this? So I think majority of the folks have given 65%. Or what is the meaning of this? What is the ideology? Yeah.
To get an early feedback from the participants.
Okay. To get early feedback from the participants. Okay.
Understand
Any
the
other
expectation. To understand the expectation of the participants.
To understand the expectation of the participants. Yes, Dr. Swati rightly said. Any other feedback? Any other inputs?
And also we can see that how much participants are interested in this particular thing, like storytelling or any topic that we are going to get it. So
exactly.
We can interest of number of students, those who are interested, or the participants, those who are interested.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Moreover, Manas, I feel the stories are to be told, and if we have no connect, who are you talking to or telling to?
Exactly. Wonderful. Just rightly said. Yes. So let's proceed with this. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable inputs. Now let's understand what actually the story means. So let's understand story better. So let's see what exactly the term story means. So this term story itself has a story inside it. So let's have a look into it now. So what does S indicates? It indicates specific message and sense of humor. Do you all agree with me that a story should have or convey a specific message and sense of humor?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Why is it important to have a specific message and sense of humor? Yeah, thank you so much, Manoj. Thank you so much, Irene Golden. Thank you so much, Viral Mystery. Yeah. Can anybody tell me? Yeah.
Because that revolves around the entire topic or the entire story.
That revolves around the entire topic and the entire story. Yes, great. Now let's see the next thing. Okay. The T of story indicates twists and turns. So do you think, I just put an open-ended question to all of you. So do you think that twists and turns are very important in a story?
Yes, that creates the suspense or that interesting point in the story.
Yes. I can see 4 participants have raised their hands. So can you please speak one by one?
Yes, Manas. Turns and twists is very important in the storytelling.
So why is it important?
For example, if we see the movie and everything is already other turns and twists नहीं होंगे तो कुछ नहीं होगा उसमें.
Okay. Okay. Fair point.
Something to add?
Yes, Manjunath sir. Please.
Yes. So let's say I wanted to go to a supermarket to buy something.
Yes.
I started from my house, went to the supermarket, picked up the product, came back home. That's not a story because there is no real twist or turn or even a challenge that I face. For a story to be really interesting, like I said, the character should go through some kind of conflict, some problem, and he or she should overcome that. That's what makes a story interesting. That is the essence of the story: problem or conflict and resolution.
Exactly. Wonderful. Rightly said. Because if you have if you just go and if you just come back and with no twists and turns, there will be no learning involved in it, right? So if there are no learning involved in it, you cannot just convey the same thing to someone to understand that, okay, fine, this is the story and this is the learning out of it. To have a learning outcome, you need to experience it first, right? And if there are little twists and turns, obviously it's going to make your life more happening. It's just like, adding a feather on the hat or just like adding an icing on the cake, because it's going to make your it is going to just add the extra flavor to your coffee or tea, whatever it is. Yeah. So I think I can see the Viral says pakad banaye rakhta hai. Yes, that's very true. And Manoj says missed from the learning. Okay, I'm so sorry. It's Viral. Okay, I'm so sorry for mispronouncing your name. I'm really sorry, Viral. Yeah, I'll just thank you so much for correcting me. Yeah. Yeah, even Irene also keeps them waiting, glued, a hero's journey. Yes, that's very true. That's very true, Irene. So it's just to keep the audiences on their toes or keeping them glued, right? That's very true. Yeah. So let's see the next thing. Okay. What does O, the O indicates in the O of the story indicates overcoming obstacles. So how many of you agree to it? Could you just share some inputs or insights in terms of this? What do you understand by overcoming obstacles? So how can storytelling also help people in overcoming obstacles? Or how do people see, or how do audiences see overcoming obstacles in terms of storytelling? Yes.
Yes, it obviously does. The thing is, that is the center point of the story when we are narrating a story. So whatever the obstacles, whatever the constraints they feel like, that depicts the how to overcome, or what would be the obstacle and how we are going to overcome it in the end.
Yes, yes. Very true, very true. Thank you so much, Ravisa.
We have three raised hands also.
Yeah.
Priya and Ayan. If they want to.
Yeah. So anybody who is raising hand, they can please speak.
You have to tell name, Anshu, otherwise they all speak.
I'm so sorry because I'm not able to see the names over here.
Okay. I'll just so maybe Anshu can start.
Anshu, you can please proceed with whatever the ideas or thoughts you have. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks so much. See, I think everyone wants to have that feel-good factor, right? And towards the end of the story, if it's a good ending, and especially with the Indian audience, we feel good about it, right?
Yes.
Now, if everything goes in without any ups and downs, I mean, most of us would lose interest there, right? So it's important that there is high, there is low point, and how are we able to overcome those highs and lows? I think that is something which keeps the audience engaged. So that is one point. The second point is it's also about being sympathetic and unsympathetic towards the characters. Now most of the time we feel very not so sympathetic with the villains of the world, right?
Yes.
And especially with some of the audiences, we say that okay, it had to be like this, and good that that person has suffered because of whatever XYZ reason, right? Exactly. So it's all about how do you amalgamate the characters, the plot, and the highs and lows. I think that is something which really works out.
Yes. Thank you so much, Anshu, for bringing such wonderful points in the forum. I'm really glad that this particular overcoming obstacles explanation you have just nailed it. So that's what it is, right? Even in life also. So sometimes what happens is there's a famous quote you say, everyone wants to be happy. Nobody wants to have everyone wants to have. Everyone wants to be happy. Nobody wants to have pain. But how can you have a rainbow without a little rain? Right? So the similar thing is like, so even in our cases also, we all want to be happy, but we don't want we always lash back the difficulties of the situation. So whenever we see that this particular problem, we see any problematic situations and all, so we tend to just lash back thinking that we don't want to face it because we feel that we have some kind of fear factor, we have some kind of inferiority complex within us, thinking that probably we might not succeed if we get into that particular thing. So that's what overcoming obstacles plays a major role here. Yeah.
Can we give chance to Priya?
Yeah, please. Yeah, Priya, you can speak.
When we can relate overcoming obstacles in terms of when most of the times we cook up the stories based on the real life situations, right?
Exactly.
So one can, because they are not imaginary all the time. Most of the times we can, relate it with the real life situations, and that the story, you can connect and relate with your real life situation. So that comes to overcoming the obstacles most of the time.
Thank you so much. Wonderfully said, Priya. So thank you so much.
Ayan, you can.
Ayan sir, you can please proceed. You can share your thoughts.
Thanks.
This
is Roy from Kolkata. Wonderful sharing so far, and thanks a lot for this.
Thank you so much.
People, sure. So people who come to listen to a story, they have this expectation of learning something from that particular story.
Yes.
So over a period of say 5,000 years, some stories stood the test of time. For example, the Iliad, the Odyssey, Ramayana, Mahabharata, more than any of the stories of those ages, right? Because three or four mythological stories have given us a lot of conflict, a lot of obstacles, and how different people overcame those obstacles. So people are taking a takeaway. So they expect a takeaway. That's why the twists and turns are so important. That's why overcoming obstacles is so important. Otherwise, if you are going at a normal pace, then we are not moving fast enough, as a coach once said recently. So I think that's why obstacle overcoming is so important. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ayan. And I think we have lots of participants who have been just updating in the chat. So we have Manoj here, who says the audience usually relate themselves with the hero of the story. Yes, that's true. So they get inspired from the way the hero overcomes the obstacles in the story. Yes, wonderfully said. And then again, we have Viral, who says, when the person knows the answer through story, how someone come out of obstacles and the same situation comes in his own life, is having ready-made answer what to do. Yes, exactly. That's you have just nailed it. So that's correct, right? And that we all do. Sometimes what happens is whenever we go for a movie, so we all watch the story. And if the story doesn't have is not that great, so we sometimes comment, the story was not at all up to the mark. I don't know, I just wasted my say $300 and spending it in Cinemax or Inox, whatever else. Now everybody looks out for a story, everybody looks out for a content, and the story should have a mixture of all these things. There should be some sort of suspense, there should be thriller, there should be drama, there should be whatnot, right? So it is going to keep the audience glued, and if it is going to meet up your expectations, it's only then you are going to feel happy about it. But if in case if they fail to do so, then probably the very purpose of storytelling goes in vain. Okay, so that's very important. Yes, stories are even so. Mrinalini says stories are even a part to connect to imaginations. Yes, very rightly said, Mrinalini. So it is a part to, when you imagine something, at times you also feel that this is something that is happening real to you, right? So that's there.
We have one last raised hand of Namrata.
Yeah, Namrata, please.
Thank you, Swati ma'am. Thank you, Manash. I would like to go back to your previous S. Every story has a theme or a topic on which it revolves around, a message, as you already stated in the first S.
Yes.
And twists and turns. Twists and turns are basically the plots that are intertwined and they connect into each other through these twists and turns. If these twists and turns are not there, the other plot will not develop, right? And these twists and turns, these are nothing else but crises that generate in any plot. And the upcoming plot, overcoming obstacles. I'm coming to overcoming obstacles. The upcoming plot is always how you deal with a crisis, the problem-solving skills of the characters. This is how we resonate to them and we learn from them, because somewhere or the else, the crises do relate to the real life situations. And this is for everybody, be it for any age group. So this is how we keep ourselves glued and the stories become page turners, or we keep on hearing them to the end. So we are awestruck.
Yeah, Namrata. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So rightly said. So rightly you shared all the inputs. I'm really thankful to all the participants here. So for your wonderful inputs. So the R of the story says something about rhythm. So they said the story should have some sort of rhythm. So I believe all of you would agree to it also, because if there is no proper rhythm, then the very purpose of the story is somewhat it becomes like a dry thing, where you don't feel like taking it up or something. There is no rhythm at all in the story. So there should be some sort of rhythm. So that's what I said. It should be a mixture of everything. It should be a mixture of emotions. It should be a mixture of drama. It should be a mixture of suspense. It should be a mixture of thrilling. So all those things are mandatory for a story to be effective. Then we have Y as youthfulness. So can anyone tell me why this Y is youthfulness? Why youthfulness is a major thing in a story? So why do we consider, whenever we think of story, why do we consider it thing that youth is very important? So why do we connect our youth to it? Yes, Priya has raised her hand. Yes, Priya, can you please throw some light on the scene? Yes, Priya, can you hear me? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are. You
Yeah.
are.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
Priya
youthful.
has. Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. You were saying
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, maybe youthfulness you're relating to, something related to freshness. You mean by that?
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much. Anybody else who would like to just correlate or relate something with youthfulness in terms of
Oyan
story?
here from Calcutta. May I?
Yes, Ayan sir.
Yeah.
Tell me.
See, when we refer to youthfulness, we are not necessarily referring to physical youthfulness.
Exactly.
Okay, my understanding is that it is the exploratory mind. It is a childlike curiosity which instills the protagonist to explore new ways of looking at the same situation, from different points of view, a novelty, an innovation in the approach.
Yes.
So I think that is what characterizes most of the stories that have inspired us. So that is where youthfulness comes in.
So true. Thanks. Very true. Thank you so much.
Yes. Can I?
Yeah. Please, Ravi sir. Sure.
It is like showing some energy or flamboyantness, curiosity in the story that pops up in between, so that audiences are much inclined towards listening to the story.
Exactly. So basically, when you say youthfulness, yes, somebody's saying something. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, it's Anshu here.
Anshu, tell me.
Yeah, just want to add 2 cents here.
Yes.
Agreement with what has been spoken until now. And absolutely, it's not just gonna do with the physicality of it. It's got to do with what's newness, what's the innovation that can come up in the mind. See, it's also about affecting those listeners' emotions. And storytelling, it has the capacity to light up the sensory cortex in the brain, right? Which can make you feel, which can make you hear, taste, smell the story, right? So if a story is able to do that, if a story is able to create those emotions in the sensory cortex, I think the job is well done.
Yeah, thank you so much, Anshu. So
I'd like to add here.
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, so as we see in any story also, or even in the real life, when there is youth coming up with a particular communication or a set of experience, the way they communicate and the way they put up their things is a little more interesting usually, until and unless, moreover, majority cases we see that. Similarly, with respect to storytelling also, if the mind youthfulness is even more higher, the story becomes all the more interesting. And that's how the interest keeps on holding, because of the youthful character developed in the story.
Agree to you. Completely agree to you. So youthfulness is like,
Manas, one more point. Manash, one more point I would like to add. Here we are talking about let's understand story better, as the heading says of the slide. So here we are talking about the qualities of the story. What I can relate to youthfulness of a story is that it should never become old. As the time passes, it should always remain young to its readers, beat of any age group. Story should never lose its essence. Just like we read mythologies today, we are still attracted to read Ramayana and Mahabharata and Gita. It has never lost its essence and youth. Every age group can relate to it. So this is how I will relate youthfulness to story. Thank
you so much, Namrata. Even I would just like to add one more point with what Namrata just added. I think we all should thank COVID-19. Because of that, we have got our Ramayana back in our TVs. So I think that was an old epic which was running. And I used to watch Ramayana when I was really a very small kid at that point of time. But again, thanks to coronavirus, that we are able to see the broadcasting of Ramayana again. It has. And you when you watch that particular Ramayana, or when you watch that epic, you never feel that it is old, right? You feel even the characters are so old, but still the story is the same, but still you feel that essence is there. Yes, you're able to connect with it, right? So that is called as youthfulness. Even though Ramayana had come back, and my mom was very much happy about it. Oh, she called me and she told me, Ramayana is coming back, and I'm so happy. I keep watching it every day. So she feels that she's again young. She has gone back to her ages to watch the same. So this is what is, I just wanted to add it.
Manash, sorry, Oyan here.
Yeah, tell me.
I have a small query. See, we were discussing stories, right?
Yes.
Now, in today's age of social media, we have so many WhatsApp posts coming in. And some of them are just, one picture. And maybe 10% of what one receives, one forwards extensively because one falls in love with that picture. So I see quite a few elements of these 5 things that you have written over here in some of these multi-forwarded WhatsApp posts as well. So there's a twist, there's a humor, there's a specific message, there's a youthfulness. So does it also apply in the modern world to, WhatsApp being forwarded as well?
Yes, I am. So I think, that's a very valid question and a very valid point. And thank you for bringing this up. This is very true because if you ask me, even I get probably more than 30, 40 posts every day in terms of stories, right? And I keep not even stories, like small anecdotes kind of things or like small, article kind of a thing. So wherein there will be a strong message in it. And even I am a story writer and also a storyteller both. So I always try to understand that what exactly the audience is, what exactly is the taste of the audience currently. So what exactly they want. Some of the audiences, there are certain audiences who would only focus on some sort of stories. Like say, for example, they are only into fictions. There are certain people who are interested in real life story. There are certain people who are interested in both. So it's a mix and match of everything. So when they start forwarding the groups, at least we get some essence. Certain times what happens, not everybody goes and watches, beats the story up. So sometimes what happens, it again depends upon the interest of the people, right? So in case if they see that this particular story, this particular content is not suiting me or suiting my interest, then I would definitely not go further and not read it. So I will just ignore it. But there are certain people who reads and tries to find some essence out of it. So this is again a situational thing, and this again depends upon the people. Like if I feel something good, probably I forward it to 10 people. But not necessarily that all the 10 people are also going to have the same feeling like how I have, or the same, same feedback, like how I can see, or the same way how I can observe that particular thing. So everybody has their own set of observations. So probably they tend to see it, sometimes they tend to ignore it. But yeah, if you just read it, if you go through it, you might get some valid inputs, and there might be some learning out of it. That is what I would like to suggest here. Hello?
Yeah, thank you. Let's move on. Sure, thanks.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think I would just like to take up this Deepak Mundala's point. He has said in the very nice, he said that, you are never too old to become younger. Yeah, Deepak, I think that's the very right point you have just said, that you are never too old to become younger. That's really nice. Thank you so much, Deepak, for this lovely thing. Yeah. So, so about all these things, I'm so sorry. Yeah. So this all leads to the final thing, which is a story. Okay. So story is nothing but specific message. It consists of specific message. It's a combination of twists and turns. It's overcoming obstacles. It should have a proper rhythm, and finally, it should be always young. Okay, evergreen. Fine. I think we have one activity here. So mention 3 important elements of a story. So I think since we have discussed now what is story now let's understand what are the elements. So what according to you are the elements of a story? So you can again go back to the same Slido, and you can join as a participant. You can use the code 52698 and share your valuable inputs. You can restrict yourself to only 3 important elements which you think is very important for a story. Okay.
Manish, is it the same link and the event code?
Yes. Yeah. It is the same link and the same event code itself.
So we can hold on to it, right? The polls will come out there.
Yeah. I'm going to on the poll now.
Okay.
I'm just going to make the poll live. Yeah, I think I've made the poll live. Can you all see it, please? Can you all have a look at it? Mention 3 important elements of a story. Is it visible?
Yes, it is. It is visible.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Swati. I think all of you can just start updating it. So any 3 important elements of a story which you feel is very important. So let's see.
Poll is still not active, Manish. You can see the
poll is not activated yet?
Yes.
Okay, I will. Can you just check it? Yeah, I think it should be activated now. One second. I think I think all of you, some of you have started
I can see the number, but I can see the screen on my phone. Let me refresh.
Okay, I'm just going to share the screen. One second. Yeah. Is it visible now, Dr. Swati? The screen?
Yeah, screen on the Zoom is visible. On my phone, it is not visible. I'm not able to give the poll answer.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry for that. Are you connected to your system or something?
No, like, on my phone.
On your phone. Can you just try it once again, Dr. Swati? Probably it might work out for you.
Yes, I'll refresh.
Yeah. I think the code is mentioned here. I've just shared the screen also. It's 52698. Yeah, I'm getting many good inputs. Curiosity, plot, topic, essence, wow, timing, speaker, character, ground, protagonist, antagonist, told, say, context, characteristics, awesome. Building, resolution, climax, conflict, body, experience, wow. I can see only 12 participants. I request all of you to please actively participate here in this so that we can get some common topics which we can discuss upon. Yeah.
I don't know why polls are not active on my phone.
Okay. I think Mrinalini is also having a problem. I have nothing on my mobile screen. Mrinalini, I'm so sorry to hear that. Can you please reconnect it? Try reconnecting your phone. I mean, reconnecting the website. I think I just have one more great point by Ayan sir. He says like growing old is mandatory, growing up is optional. Rightly said, Ayan sir. Very rightly said. So we all are gonna grow old, but growing up is an optional thing, which is left out.
Yeah. Growing old is for the body, growing up is for the mind.
Mind, yes. Nice. Mrinalini, can you just connect yourself to the system if you are sitting in front of the system or something? I'm so sorry. Fine, I think we will stop this here itself. I think I will stop the poll. Yes, Dr. Swati, you wanted to say something? You wanted to add something here?
I was saying, wait, I am logging in from my system.
Okay, logging from the system. Okay, not an issue.
Just a second.
I think I will give one more minute. Guys, I'll just give one more minute. So I hope it will be easy. Please try to wrap it up within 1 minute.
Sure. If it opens.
Manas, just a question.
Yeah, tell me, Anshu.
Are we also including data storytelling in this session?
No, Anshu. So this is a very generic thing, that what exactly the storytelling and the stages, and it's just only the theoretical part I have included, not much of the data thing.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Manas.
Yeah. Since the topic itself is art, right, Anshu? So that's the reason I wanted to have an open forum for everyone to share their thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. I understand your point there. I was also coming from the standpoint that, most of us are in the corporate world, right?
Yeah.
How do we effectively present that story and construct the story around the data? I think that's something which I also wanted to hear about.
I'll take this as a feedback, sure. And further, henceforth, if I conduct any session, I'll surely accumulate this. Thank you so much.
I'll look forward to that. Thanks, man.
Thank you so much, Anshu. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Swati. I think we can start. I will just stop the polling system now. I think, so majority of you have given many good inputs in terms of your understanding in terms of what elements are. So I'm just going to present the screen now. Just a moment. Is my screen visible by any chance?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. So coming to the elements of a story. So before I could just jump into this elements of a story, I just wanted to understand that I think almost we have discussed about all the elements. Okay. So let's just jump into the thing that what exactly should be the elements. I think most of the responses which I have seen was pretty correct. So let's see what should be the elements of a story. So a story should have a character, right? Because without a character, obviously the story is always incomplete, right? A character is very important for a story. And what are the different types of character? The story should have a protagonist and an antagonist. There should be a something, the person, or there should be an individual who, or there should be a scenario where there should be something called a static, and there should be something which is a situation or an environment or a person. It can be dynamic also. Now, I just want certain inputs from your end. So when I talk about the character, when I talk about protagonist, antagonist, static, and dynamic, do you think is it mandatory to have all the 4 elements in all the stories that we see, or all the stories that we tell out to people? Is it mandatory to include?
Not really.
Not really. So can you throw some light on it, Namrata? So why not is it important to include or involve all the things?
At times it depends on the length of the story, how long you want the story to go on, and how many plots. So everything is intertwined. Number of plots, the more amount of the amount of crisis you want to portray over there. So everything is interrelated. If your story is, I think antagonist and a protagonist is a must, but static dynamic, I'm not so sure if it is needed over there. So again, the length of the story and the topic or theme it revolves around.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much, Namrata. Yeah.
Point here.
Yeah.
I cannot think of a story which does not have all these 4 elements.
Exactly. So thinking about a story without these 4 elements is not at all a story. I think I will just take the example of Manjunath sir, who says if he wants to go to a shopping mall, he wants to just go shop, buy vegetables and fruits and come back. Then that doesn't have any essence to it, right? And if I just say the particular story to my audiences, my participants in the training session, probably the learning outcome would be null. It would lead to a null and void learning outcome, because people won't be able to relate to what exactly, the whole context was all about.
Manas, if you can just explain a little about static then. I'm not so sure that every story has a static.
Yeah. So static and dynamic depends upon the situation. Like sometimes what happens, you say, suppose if you are in a situation which is not at all moving. Now, say for example, I would like to just quote the right example of COVID, coronavirus situation, COVID-19, which is currently a staticity, which has become static in everybody's life. Now, what is happening is nothing, it is not at all moving. So there is no dynamism at all. Cases are increasing and people are every day, even the small babies and kids are also aware of it, that there is something called as we are all affected by COVID-19, right? This is something, a static thing. But in spite of the static also, are we still restricting ourselves to stay back at home? Are we still restricting ourselves to not go and do something what we feel like doing? No, we are still moving out of our houses. We are going to the shops. We are resuming our normal life as we should, right? So certain things so static means that when certain thing is stagnant and it doesn't doesn't moves, and dynamic means how exactly you can, even in spite of the static situation also, how you can move yourself and how you can ensure that you are going further and forward and you are trying to accomplish your goals, right? This COVID-19 was just an example. You can take n number of examples from our real life situations also.
Thank you so much, sir. It was well explained. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, Ayan sir, you have just raised your hand. I have seen that. Can you please share? You wanted to share something?
My understanding of static is, let us say, the cultural reality of a particular society, in which the protagonist is trying to take some different action. For example, if I think of, let's say, John Rambo, First Blood, Sylvester Stallone. Now, he was obviously fighting against a certain society, a certain mindset about the Vietnamese war heroes.
Yes.
So the static was the cultural thinking process of the majority vis-a-vis this individual fight against that with his dynamic. So that's my understanding. I see this in every mythology, Ramayana, Mahabharata, everywhere.
Yes, yes, very true, very true. Yeah. Coming to the next thing, I think, which all of you have been speaking about, like setting the plot. I think this is also one of the major important or major elements of one of the most important elements of the story. Then we have something called as conflict, okay, and we have something called as a resolution. So I believe that all these things are pretty clear, because I understand whenever we go for a movie. So let's again take an example of a movie. So when you go to a movie, you see there is a hero who always acts like a protagonist, right? And there will be a villain who will be an antagonist. So whatever hero tries to do, villain is always trying to, like, pull his legs down, or like villain is trying to go and do something. They're going to fight. They're going to create a lot of problems for that particular hero, and they will not allow him to accomplish his goals. So many issues will happen. So there will be some kind of conflict will be there. So we used to like the climax, the dishum dishum balance, the dishum dishum. Kids used to like it a lot. The dishum dishum is happening. So dishum dishum is nothing but the conflict scene. So where the hero is going to conquer, the antagonist, and at the same time, is going to defeat, and finally there will be a happy ending. So happy ending is going to be the resolution here. So any story, these are the various essential elements of a story, which indicates that there has to be a character for sure. There has to be a plot, from where the story should start, from where the story should, how long the story should grow, or how long the story should go, and there should be all the essence of all this. There should be an essence of all these elements, which should be mentally present. Okay. Now coming to the next important thing, which is what is storytelling now. So I think we have all understood about story now. Now, what is storytelling? Can anyone tell me, please, what is storytelling, or what is your understanding? In just a simple line, you can just say.
Manas sir, it is an art. It is an art that it's just like any other art.
Yes, it is just an art which is like any other art. Thank you so much for sharing the valuable input. Anybody else apart from in the group, apart from Namrata, who would like to just add on to what is storytelling? Hello. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I think Viral wants to say something.
Yes, sir. I would like to tell you that storytelling is also an art, but it is something like that. हम लोगों के दिमाग के अंदर कुछ डालना चाहते हैं वो डाल सकते हैं स्टोरी के जरिए. This is something like that.
Okay.
The vision, the mission, and the result.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yes, we have something from Ayan sir, which is the art of narrating a story to meet the desired objectives. Yes, that's true. Yeah, Priya also says it's your cognitive skills. Yes, very good.
Manas sir, these days storytelling has been taken up as a performing art as well.
Exactly. So you can see there are a lot of studios, and there are a lot of street plays and role plays which happens sometimes. Even they have a very good content and a very good context to just perform, and also they have a strong story with them, right? So they try to convey the story by means of art and whatever it is, and finally they try to convey the message to the audience. So let's see the definition of what is the understanding of storytelling. Can anybody read this out, please? What is storytelling? I want any one of you to please read this.
I'll take the initiative, sir.
Yeah.
Storytelling is about telling stories to engage audience and build a connect with them.
Exactly. So, that's what I've been saying, right? From the starting, I think we all have been discussing. It's all about building the connect. It's all about engaging the audience. It's all about transforming our ideas. It's all about sharing our thought processes and whatnot. Okay, the list goes on and on and on. So the whole point is building a connect. And if you remember the youngster part, in the Y part of the story, of the word story, the letter Y, which indicates youngsters or like youthfulness. So youthfulness, why I said it as youthfulness, because right from childhood we are all so intended and we are so accustomed to listen to stories, right? Probably you might have seen our grandmom used to tell a story, because I used to pester my mom and I used to irritate my mom when I was a kid that, mom, you have to tell me a story, you have to tell me a story. So my mom used to tell me all the stories, all stories of like fairies, all stories of angels, demons, devils, and good people, mythological stories and all. So we are accustomed to it. We are born and raised with the art of storytelling within ourselves. All human beings are made up of stories. Every human being are made up of emotions, and every emotions has some of the other story to say, to speak of. Okay, so that's there. So it's all about connecting with the audience.
Manas would just want to add my 2 cents here.
Yes, please, Anshu.
Yeah, so absolutely, storytelling is an art, and I could also relate it to the 4 C's, wherein you have the context,
yes,
the content around that context, okay?
Exactly,
have the construct in which what are some of those elements that you would want it to be played into, and then how would it eventually lead to connecting with the audience. So it starts with the context, having the content, having the construct around it, and then how are you connecting with the audience?
Yes, very rightly said. Very rightly said. Thank you so much. Okay, so Viral has a very good point I can see here. He says that storytelling also works as a medicine many times in many lives. Wow. And that's true. Yeah, that's really true. I agree to you. Sometimes when my granny and my mom will be a little depressed, so I tell them some motivational stories, and immediately like that acts as a healing for them. They say, I'm feeling so fine. I mean, just a couple of, not yesterday, day before yesterday, I was speaking to her, and she's now 65 and she's all alone by herself in my hometown. And because of this COVID and all, it's not safe for her to step out of the home. And she's she started having all this joint pains and all these things. And she just told me that I'm really facing so many issues. I'm not able to go on, because I hail from West Bengal, and I think that the COVID situation in West Bengal is a little critical, because not many cases and issues are coming up day in, day out. So what my mom says that just do something for me. Then I just narrated some good story about it. I just told something random, some story I told, and the story discussion went on so really well. And finally, she forgot that there was a pain on her joint, the knee joint. All of a sudden, I asked her, Mom, how are you feeling your knee joint? She said it was never there. I felt, because she was so carried and she was so taken away by my story. So I was just narrating about all these things about lives, because currently I'm reading. I just finished the book. I was reading the book called Secret by Rhonda Byrne, and I was explaining her in terms of because Rhonda Byrne, in her book story, she was mentioned very clearly about the law of attraction. So she says, whatever you say, whatever you ask for, you will receive it from the universe. So I was explaining her that, and I was explaining her by means of different stories. And it just went away just like that. The knee pain was never there. And she was so blessed. She was because she was so carried away with my story. She never had got that, she never gave a thought to her knee pain at all. So that's a very good point. It says that, it actually acts as a medicine at times. Okay. Yeah, I think, yeah, Dr. Swati, thank you so much. I do it. You say that you do it with your mom as well. That's really a good thing. I think we all should start taking this up. That's very important. Storytelling has, Zeenat says, storytelling has become one of the parenting skills as well. Yes, true. It has really become one of the parenting skills as well. Yeah. So I think we are just going to the storytelling framework. So this particular framework has been suggested by, this is known as the Freytag pyramid. Okay. So the Freytag pyramid. Yes, Ayan, you have to say something. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, just to add to this, I have a very senior citizen in my family. So every day in this COVID times, I need to call her up in the evening, and I find that she is so depressed and demotivated. She's staying alone. Her voice is down, broken, etc. And then I have a 10-12 minute of talk with her, and I share a lot of things that I've done in the day and who said what and all. And after 10 minutes, I find there's a pep in her voice, and there's a spring in her step, and all that. So storytelling storytelling is not just something to be taken trivially. I just realized this thanks to this session. It's a very, very important part of life. The stories that we believe in. If we believe in fatalistic stories, then probably, we get slightly down in energy. However, if we believe in very, very positive stories, where the protagonist can have a real role in changing things, influencing outcomes, then probably the story of our lives can also change big time.
Exactly.
So, thanks a lot for this insight. Sure. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Aryan. I think we all should, that's what I just gave a suggestion. It's an open forum. I request all of you to please start telling stories to your mom and dads or to your grandmoms, whatever. So the people who are there in your family, so they will feel so connected with you. So that's what, and I intend to do this whenever I read any books. I love reading books a lot. So I'm just a bookworm, you can say. I love reading books a lot, and I read a lot of books. And whatever the overall learning I have, I just get from each and every book. I just ensure that I pass it on to my mom. At least I share the inputs, I share the throughputs and everything to my mom. So I do that, and she feels so happy because at that particular age, they need someone to talk to. And if you are really talking to people like, who are senior citizens and all, I think nothing like it. It's like very worthy, and they feel that their presence is also very much important in this particular era, right? So thank you so much.
Yeah, exactly. If you keep talking to the aged citizens at home, aged and failing in, if it is added, they feel much high on the confidence, and they feel more energetic.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Ravi sir, for sharing your valuable inputs. Yeah, I think we have a storytelling framework. I want any one of you to please explain this. Anyone can take the lead and explain this. So there is a small pyramid I can see. There's something called exposition. There's something called as rising action. There's a climax. So this is the storytelling framework. Who can explain this?
May I take the...
Yes, Namrata.
Actually, every story has said there is a plot. So when there is some crisis, whenever a crisis is seen in the plot, so that is called the exposition. And after the crisis, the action starts rising because everybody is trying to resolve the issue, or problem solving starts over there. So action starts speaking up and it reaches a climax. And once the problem is solved, slowly and steadily, everything falls in places. So there is a falling action. And then finally there is denouement.
Exactly. So I think this is what welcome. So this is what it's all about. So framework. So we have exposition, we have rising action, we have climax. I think this is what we have been discussing, right? So there has been so climax is the peak here. As you can see, it's the peak of the pyramid where it's just the top edge, right? So there is an exposition, there is a denouement, and this is what it happens with every story, right? So ensure that whenever you are saying or telling a story to the participants or the audience, it's very important that the story should flow in this particular direction only, right?
One more thing, Manas, I would like to add.
Yes.
Whenever there is a climax situation, you will see all the characters present in that situation. Every character of the story, because that is a must. Even in the movies, when we see the climax, there are all the characters present over there.
Yes. Sure. Thank you so much. So now we have been talking about storytelling is an art. We have been talking about storytelling is helps in building the audience, to connect with the audience, and so many things, right? So let's see now what a storyteller's triangle of traits. So this is a triangle which is known as a storyteller's triangle of traits. So what are the traits or what are the characteristics a storyteller should possess just to build a rapport or just to build a good connect with the audiences? Let's see one by one. First is the storyteller should always be passionate. That's very important, right? So passion is something like drives all the storytellers. Whenever I'm telling the story, I should also feel the story by myself. It's not like I'm just only narrating the story and I'm not feeling anything. And I have a flat tone or flat, and I'm not in it. So I need to live the story by myself. And that is known as passion. So you need to have a passion as a storyteller. Then you need to also motivate people. So ensure that you are motivating people to the core. That's very important because your storytelling should motivate the audiences. Otherwise, it is like you need to really work on your story. If it is not motivating, you can feel the reaction of the participants when they're in the training session. You're telling some story and they're just sitting behind and they're just nodding their heads and they are just not paying attention. then I think you should start putting some twists and turns in your story immediately, so that immediately the attention span is back. Voice modulation is very important, your tonality, that plays a major role. So we should just say, once upon a time. No, you shouldn't say that. You should say, once upon a time, there was a king. Your voice should make a strong impact on the audience's mindset. Otherwise, if you just say, once upon a time, there was a king, and the king was, it is not creating any impact. So you should say, once upon a time, there was a king. So you should stretch certain words very much so that, you know, it creates some impact. Create suspense, as we said earlier also. Creating suspense is very important. You need to ensure that you create suspense amongst the participants. Otherwise, like, the very purpose of storytelling doesn't hold good. And there is something called as drive learning. So any story without a learning is not complete. So ensure that you should drive effective learning, so that the participants should gain maximum insights from the storytelling. Be creative. That's very important. Creativity is inbuilt in each and every one of us. I think, yes, we can be creative. We need to be creative. If we are creative, we can create miracles, right? And that's the reason I said, that is the reason where the storytelling comes as an art. It's an art of storytelling. It's not a science, right? Because if it is a science, you cannot be creative again. There will be a lot of restrictions in terms of your creativity. You will draw boundaries, right? But when it comes to creative, so creativity is just an art. So you can be creative in the best possible manner you can, right? While you say or tell some story. It has to be audience centric. Very, very important. I need to have the right audience. I need to ensure that which story I need to tell to which audience. If my audience are small kids, I can't tell them some story of some old people or something like that, because they will not be able to connect it. They will not be able to build they won't be able to build a connect. And if they're not able to build a connect, then it is a problem. So audience centric is very important. Sharing ideologies is also very important. By means of your story, you can put forward your ideas, you can put forward your thoughts, you can put forward your opinions, whatnot. Anything is possible since it is an art, right? So you are free to do anything you want. And last but not the least is connect the dots. So, you know, you start the story with something. Suppose you are taking a session on teamwork, and you started telling something, you started narrating a story to the participants or to your trainees in the classroom with something else, right? So at one point of time, your audience might be a little surprised that why the trainer is telling some other story, but when the topic itself is teamwork. But you should also remember that that particular story should not be some story. It should be related and relevant to the topic of your training or the topic of your discussion. That's very important. Otherwise, like, you know, it will be just like, you know, you'll be already taking the cat out of the bag if you just, you know, only focus on telling the story and not connecting the dot or connecting the audience or connecting to the topic, right? So this is the storyteller's triangle of traits. This is very important, and each and every storyteller should and must possess all these things. If not all this, at least a few qualities of what I have projected here, because these are very important for like, you know, the storytelling to be really effective and efficient. Okay. So we have come to an end of this. I think I'd just like to conclude it. So storytelling is an art, as I have been saying it. I think you have rightly understood now how it is an art and not a science. And in order to build a good rapport with the audience, some technique can be used by storytellers, which in turn would lead to better audience engagement. Now, what is SOME? S-O-M-E. Let's see one by one what is SOME. The S indicates share your own personal experience in the form of stories. This is very, 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 very important. Okay. Audience like or audience are interested to listen to your stories, not somebody else. So please don't pick up stories which somebody has already said that, or don't pick up stories from, like, you know, which everybody knows. People are interested in you. As I already said, human beings are a mixture of emotions. Human beings are blended with emotions, and emotions lead to stories. right? So it's very important. You have to share your own personal experience and not somebody else. It's only then the audience will be more connected to listen to your stories and they will be glued, right? Second is O. O is observe their behavior or reaction. So once you're telling the story, it's very important also you need to have a check on their behavior or the reaction, how they're reacting. Are they able to connect to what you're trying to say? Is it something that they're able to relate to what you're trying to say? If yes, yes, then the very purpose of you telling the story is accomplished. If no, you need to really turn the plate round, you need to really turn the table round, and you need to try something new, right? The third point is M, which the third letter is M, sorry, which says motivate them through your story. So motivation, very important. You need to motivate your audience. When will your audience listen to your stories? Only when you motivate them. If they are demotivated by your stories and if they're demotivated by you, then obviously the very purpose of storytelling goes in vain. So it's very important. You need to highly motivate the audiences and keep them on their toes. And last but not the least is E, which says engaging audience by means of storytelling is the combined outcome of S plus O plus M, which S means sharing your own personal experience, O stands for observing their behavior or reaction, and M stands for motivating them through your own story. So this is what is the conclusion all about. Fine. And it's the last but not the least. So again, there is a small polling thing. So mention 3 important key takeaway from the session. Before I could just proceed with it, Dr. Swati, can I just have 5 minutes more, please? If you don't mind.
Sure, please carry on.
Dr. Swati, can you please allow me 5 more minutes? Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Swati. Yeah.
Manas, sir, can I just add one thing over there?
Yes.
Storytelling is absolutely an art. That is true. But, these days, many experimentations are happening with the story, What if? The what if has come in to develop the cognitive skills of the people.
Exactly.
And what if this wouldn't have been and this could have been? So with these what ifs and keeping certain variables at constant and static and experimenting on the other variables, the storytelling is developing its scientific outlook as well.
Exactly, very rightly said. And even if you observe, most of the companies are using gamification now. Have you seen that gamification? They are telling some. I have attended one of the session which was on prevention of sexual harassment, and it was completely gamified. And the gamification had different stories. There were animated stories involved in it, and it was so nice. It kept all the audiences engaged. Even though the topic was very dry, people would not ideally turn to attend such sessions because which are all very formal based and all. But the gamification of the story has really turned the table around completely, and I really liked it. So this is what. So yeah, with the advancement of technology and all, I think we are moving ahead. But I still believe the story itself is an art, and it will be an art unless and until we consider it to be an art. Okay.
True, sir. Yeah. True. Thank you.
So mention 3 important key takeaways from the session. So guys, quickly I request you to take up this poll. So 3 important key takeaways from the session. You can just mention this. What was your learning out of this, so that I can understand that you have at least gained some insights out of this session. Yeah, I think I have just on this poll. Yes. How to present a story, basics of storytelling. Yes. Just mentioning how to present the story. Yes, basic stories connect, engage, and it's a long-term retention. Yes, thank you so much. How to present a story. Importance, meaning, framework. Yeah, I think I'll just stop here itself. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your valuable inputs. I'll stop it here itself. Fine. Since we are running out of time, so I think I'll have to stop it. I'm so sorry for that. Okay. So here there's a small quote which says the universe is not made of atoms. It is made up of millions of tiny stories. So I think this is a very good quote which I have found. I thought of sharing with all of you that it is so true that it is not made up of atoms. It's all made up of stories, tiny stories. And with this, I would just like to say thank you. Thank you so much. So this is the end of the presentation. And thank you so much for listening to me, for being present here. And I hope the session was helpful for all of you. And thank you so much. And I hope to see you soon again with a new topic.
Thank you, Manoj sir. Thank you, Manoj sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, Swati ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, Manoj.
Thank you. Welcome.
Awesome session.
Thank you so much, sir. And yeah, somebody was asking me if I can share the slides. So I will be sharing. I have prepared a ready reckoner, okay, with regard to today's session with the important major pointers. I will be sharing the ready reckoner with Dr. Swati. Dr. Swati, request you to please share the ready reckoner with the participants who have attended the session today.
Certainly, I'll do that.
Thank you, Manoj.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
thank you,
Thank you, madam.
Thank
you, Manoj. It was excellent. It was excellent presentation.
Swati ma'am, big round of applause for you, please.
Yes,
you are
yes.
a wonderful. You are organizing so much for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Swati ma'am. Thank you. Really, I'm very happy and blessed.
You
so
are
any
giving
questions?
us new knowledge every day.
Yeah. Any questions
thank you
you
for
have?
attending.
Any questions are there? Like I can take one or two questions if it is there, or else we can just close this because we are already running short of time. Any questions anyone is having?
Manish, Anshu here.
Yeah, Anshu, tell me.
Sorry, I got dropped off in the last bit, so couldn't complete the triangle one. But I just had one thought here, probably, not sure if you have included that. I think it's equally important to, build the common ground
yes.
for the better connectivity, right?
Yes,
so,
yes.
It's always good to have a we story than an I story where your audience is able to relate to what you're saying.
Yes, yes.
And some of the best storytellers, at least in my mind, is Steve Jobs, for that matter.
Exactly. You have Tony Robbins also. Tony Robbins as well.
Yes, Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
You also have Obama, for that matter, if you really look at it.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think his convention speech, wherein he tried to build that connectivity by saying
yes.
one America, right? So I think
yes,
something that
wonderful.
But thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
So thank you so much. Thank you, Swati ma'am.
Okay, so I take a privilege to thank you, Manoj, and thank you everyone who joined.
Welcome.
And sharing the knowledge on this platform and making it more a learning platform. So thank you so much, and we'll see
Swati ma'am.
Yes,
Swati ma'am, just one point I just wanted to add to that this was my first webinar online because I have been doing a lot of offline training sessions, and thanks to Swati ma'am, So just for providing me this wonderful opportunity to explore my skills even in online forum as well. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, no one of us will make out that this is your first one. So congratulations to you that you have done it so confidently that we didn't even realize that this is the first one, Manas. So you are excellent in doing it.
Actually, I am surprised to hear that it is the first time that you are doing.
Yeah, online I have done first time, Ravi sir.
Yeah, actually it was so surprising. Looking at your confidence, your body language and all, I never felt that it could be your first time rather.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you guys, everyone. Have
Thank
a
you
nice
all.
evening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
That's Dr. Swati from Trainers Club saying hi to all of you. And we are ending the meeting here. Thank you, man.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.